it, oh, can you hold your tip up the side?
I love being hands-on, you know, it's just part of who I am.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm one of those get-it-done type people. I don't want to just tell people to get it done, I want to help get it done.
What I was thinking of doing is just a half of a verse into the chorus 2 times.
To me, like, this concert, I've envisioned it in my head how I want it to be. And so maybe instead of micromanaging others, I'll just do certain things myself. You know, it's like, I know I want this like this, so I'm gonna do this, I wanna execute it like this. The tablecloths, the candles on the tablecloths, it's attention to detail. You know, I try to pay attention to detail in everything I do. It's just exciting to be here at the Amsterdam to support the launch of my new CD, Rewind. So I'm so excited about it. It's gonna be a blast. Growing up, I was the little girl that would get, you know, my sister or my god sisters together to put on a show. So I was always making up dances, putting on shows, making up songs. But then I also was in my first musical in high school. The director approached me and said, you know, you should audition for this. We're doing West Side Story. I want you to audition. I was like, I like to sing, but I've never thought of doing theater. That just started everything for me as far as my love of musical theater, singing, dancing, and acting. It's like, wow, I can do all 3 in one thing, you know, so that, I'd say that was the beginning of it. I got my degree in education to be a teacher, because I was like, I'll sing on the side, I'll do all that on the side. But I realized, you know, I love music, and why not try to live my dream for music? So I kind of had imposed on myself that I was going to do this conventional thing. But then I just said, why? Why? Who said that? Did my parents didn't tell me I had to do that. And I came and told them, I think I'm going to pursue music. And they said, go ahead, we support you 100%. So from then on, it just took off. I just kept doing more and more theater, writing songs, and it became a lifestyle and my career. I recorded my first solo album, Red, over a long period of time, actually. Over about 3 years it had been recorded, but we finally released it in July of 2013 over in the UK. And after a lot of work, it reached #1 on the UK soul charts, and just so excited about that. Everything happened so fast because I was here while it was all happening, but I was getting lots of inquiries to do these interviews, and, oh, you've reached this on this chart. Will you call in and do this interview with the BBC? Will you do this? And I didn't understand how big everything was. We went back over to the UK, and I was able to meet all the DJs who were playing the album, and it was just a whirlwind tour.
First time you looked my direction, boy, you stole my attention.
It really feels good as a singer to be appreciated for what you do. And when you create and you're in this room alone or with your creative team and creating music and not knowing how people are going to receive it. And it feels so good to go somewhere and to see that people appreciate what you do and they get it. I would describe my music as soul, R&B with a hint of jazz, you know? So it's a little too jazzy, soulful to be just straight R&B pop, you know, but there are certain elements of R&B pop in it. So it's just hard, but I definitely have elements of jazz because there's a lot of jazz chords that are a part of my music. So I'd say definitely soul R&B with a hint of jazz. Just a little hint of jazz in there, yeah.
And now my phone is
I know.
Maybe we should go to some of these ones that we know needs work,
Right.
like Them Blues.
The idea to create a musical has been there for years. Reddington, the musical, came out of me feeling a need as an African-American actress to want to be challenged on all levels. You know, there's a lot of musicals written where if you're an African-American woman, it's all about singing, you know, and you got to be able to belt and sing. But I wanted to be challenged as a dancer, as an actress, and as a singer.
blues take over.
Hey, girl.
I can't help but let go.
Come on down, son.
I started by writing the story first. I created the main character first, Eva Reddington. What is her purpose? What is the battle that she's going through? You know, those type of things. I just kind of came up with her history and her life and her story. Basically, she migrates from the segregated South back in the early 40s up to the North, and that's my family's story. You know, my family did that, migrated from the South, Monroe, Louisiana, up to the North.
Yeah, can you play it again?
As I was writing the story, I wrote the songs in order. Literally, each song came as I was writing the scene. So it's like right here, this feels like a song should be here. The song needs to continue the story. So the songs came as I was writing. So after about a year or so, I connected with J.D. Steele and just asked, would you be interested? I know that you are an amazing musical director, singer, everything. And I just was wondering, would you be interested in working with me on my musical, just looking at it and seeing what you think? He said, I'd love to help you out with that.
You need something in the middle that after you do those, that a call and response where you go,
Yeah.
hand me now, all them. So, 2, 3. Hand me now, 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 hand me now.
I've been working on Reddington, I'd say 4.5 years or so now. I guess it's one of those things where naivete, when I first started out, I was like, oh, I'll write this and we'll have it up on stage in a year. You know, I was thinking, but it's like, no, the first reading happened like 2 years after I wrote it originally, and now we're working on doing the second reading. So it feels really good to be at this point now and to kind of have matured as a playwright and understand that to really let it marinate and be the best product it can be, it's gonna take a while. I guess I feel really excited and I feel humbled. I feel somewhat even proud that it's like, you know, had an idea, stuck with it, and then understood I couldn't do it all on my own, bringing the right people on, and to see the evolution of the music from where I came up with it that Saturday in my bed, you know, and then working with him to where it is now. And so it's really exciting. I'm so excited to have him on board.
All right, I like that, Timotha.
Yeah.
I love everything about what I do. It pulls from so many different sides of me. You know, there's the creative side, then there has to be the business side, there's the performance side. It calls on so many different aspects of who I am. So I never get bored. It's very fulfilling. You know, I love creating. I love writing songs. I love writing musicals. I love writing scripts, and I love acting. I love singing and performing and connecting with the audience. I love recording in the studio, and I love working with creative people. I just love what I do. And I'm just blessed to be able to do what I do.
Don't lose yourself, people please. Won't let the people see you. People please. Hey, say, you're gonna lose yourself, people please. People pleasers, let them see ya. People pleaser, you're gonna lose yourself. Oh, yeah. What direction is you gonna run when the real you comes to the sun? The people you've been trying to please, they're gonna corner you in disbelief. I thought you were this, but you're really that. Only 1/5 of you is fact. Your word and their roll comes tumbling down. No one to please, cause no one's around. You're gonna lose yourself, people pleasers. Let them see ya, people pleasers.